Hey, fabulous private practice owners. Gerda here, of course, and coming to you from Brisbane on a very, very awesome day. I'm sitting here on the deck in my backyard, and I thought I would take a couple of minutes out to talk to you guys before the craziness that is Monday after school happens here in my household. And it just seemed so quiet. Of course, the moment you say the word quiet, the dogs start barking, right? Not my dogs, the neighborhood dogs. But yeah, as you can see, this is definitely my backyard. And I wanted to share with you guys a bit of a revelation. Revelation sounds like really big, but I guess it's again a reflection that I had, a realization that I had today that I thought might be helpful for you guys as well. Now, I'll tell you a bit of background and context in terms of what happened. And so if you've been following social media, you would know that on Friday, I shared something very exciting. I did a very good live stream on a really important topic where I spoke about, where do we go to as practice owners when things go wrong in our private practice? Do we start to operate from a place of aggression, of assertiveness, or victimhood? And at the end of that live stream, if you haven't watched it, you have to go back and watch it, right? But at the end of that live stream, I shared with you guys that I am taking my in-person private practice success workshops online and making it accessible to people online, right? Hey Nadine, how are you? How's things in Western Australia? And so I shared that at the end of that live stream. So over the course of the weekend, I had to do a couple more technical behind the scenes stuff in order to make sure that everything is the way I want it to be, as perfect as possible, right? I guess I took imperfect action in that I started telling people about it, even have people signed up already, although, for example, I didn't have a video on my webpage as yet, and I wanted to have a video. The video is up now, actually, if you want to go check it out. And so on the weekend, I was working on this, and I was trying to also do another version of this video and put captions on it so that I can put this video up on social media and share it with people, because sometimes it's easier for people to actually read captions, for example, when they're on the bus or whatever and they can't listen to the actual video. And I can't tell you how much time I spent on the weekend just trying to get my head around how does all this technical stuff work, right? And I eventually tried it with another video on Facebook. I did the captions, and it's like I thought I did everything correct, uploaded it, and still no captions. When you watch it on Facebook, no captions. And this morning I came in and my PA arrived, Abby, and I said, Abby, I'm so frustrated. I don't know, look, I've done all of these things. It's not working. I need you to find out what I'm doing wrong or what I'm not doing, right? That's good to hear, Nadine. Glad it's going well. And Abby literally fixed the issue in 30 seconds. 30 seconds. I sat down next to her, told her what was going on. And I said, can you fix it? And I said, I'm just going to the bathroom. And I walked down the corridor. I wasn't at the bathroom yet when she went, fixed it. I said, no, can't be. My husband started laughing because, of course, yesterday he heard me moan and groan and complain about all these technical stuff that I couldn't figure out. And I'm generally good with technical things, right? And it's like, I guess the realization was that you need to know what you are good at and what you're not so good at, right? And you need to know what to let go of and what to focus on. And I think I'm very good these days. I know when it comes to my actual private practice, I know what tasks and duties, responsibilities is stuff that has to be focused on in order to run a well-oiled machine that is my group private practice, versus stuff that is really not that important, right? It's important to know the difference between those two. And now, whilst I'm building my personal brand, working as private practice success, business coach and mentor, I'm also going through this process. And sometimes I get very tempted to still go and do stuff that is not really for me to focus on, right? Now, Abby on Friday actually said, Gerda, can't I do those things for you? And I said, no, I want to do it. I'll do it over the weekend. I like to figure these things out. Big mistake. So again, another learning is when somebody offers to help you, say, yes, thank you, right? Abby is my PA. I should let her do these things. She offers. She probably offered 3 times on Friday, and I kept on saying, no, I'll do it. I would like to do it. Nadine, everybody needs an Abby. Everybody needs an Abby. And it's just like, I should know this by now. I should know by now what to focus on and what not to focus on. But it also means that I need to sometimes be patient. That I could have used that time of the weekend for other stuff instead of, getting so stuck into this technical stuff, because I really need to be more aware of how I am. I am a very persistent person. Very persistent. I know it's part of what has made me successful in running my business and my practice, the Psych Professionals, because I'm very persistent. And when stuff goes wrong, my persistence kicks in even stronger. It might be stubbornness, I don't know, but I choose to call it persistence. This is one huge bottle of water. I think that it's my 3rd one of today. So I'm doing the big water thing. Same, but can be a downside. Yes, exactly. It's exactly. Because if it kicks in when you are focusing on stuff, that's not really going to move the needle on what you're doing. The needle in your progress, in your growth, in how you scale, it's a waste of time. Also, if you are using it to do stuff that somebody else can do for you, right? And it's like, I have somebody that can do it for me and I still didn't make use of it. So again, some lessons we need to keep on learning, right? And I guess to some extent, I've always said that there's not, because it's true, there's not one job in my private practice that I haven't done. Okay, I've done everything from answering the phones, cleaning the joint, doing the books, paying the wages, checking invoices, bill runs, supervision. I've done every task and duty that there is to do in my group private practice. I've done. Reason being, because I always said nobody can bullshit me, right? Nobody can tell me, oh, I couldn't do that because of A, B, and C, because I know exactly how A, B, and C work. So when I'm now checking on people in terms of accountability, they can't pull the wool over my eyes, because I know how every system and process works. And I suspect that to some extent I'm probably repeating that same pattern, whether it's consciously or unconsciously, now in the other parts of my business, right? Where I like to know how to do everything. But then I also need to realize that it will hold me back, my progress, right? So again, it comes back to that awareness, and I guess also having to learn the trust that I now have in having a PA, because let's face it, as a private practice owner, I never had a PA. Yes, I had a receptionist, but they were busy. They were so busy answering the phones, helping the clinicians, supporting them, looking after the clients, which is probably their number one job, right? That I never felt really that I could give them lots of work to do, because they were busy. Yes, they did help me, but it would have been smaller tasks, right? Or maybe a bit of marketing related tasks. So it's also that learning now that at this level of where I'm at, having a personal assistant that's just there for me to also make use of that support. It is so important. So I guess the learning, or the thing that I really wanted to share with you guys, is that we all continue to grow the whole time. There's always another level of growing personally as well as professionally. It's about really getting clear and honest with yourself about, okay, if I'm a group private practice owner, or even if I'm a solo practice owner, what is maybe one thing that I can release this week? Maybe it's something that I thought I needed to do, but actually I don't. Maybe it's something that I thought only I could do, but that's actually not true. Maybe there is somebody that can do this for you, whether that's somebody on your team, maybe somebody in your external support network, like an accountant or an external bookkeeper. Got to go, no worries, Nadine. So it's really important to make that time to reflect, what is that one thing that I can let go of? And I've just realized today for me, it's this technical video stuff. Abby was onto it so quickly. She even downloaded a new program called Submerge, where you merge your video files with your captions, and it's so easy and quick and all done. So for me, it's like, let go of that technical stuff, Gerda. You don't really like it that much. What I love to do is talk to you guys. I like to come up with new ideas, and there's a lot of them in the pipeline. I actually, this is a scoop. I actually, and you've heard it here first, this is an exclusive, registered a new business name today for something very, very exciting that's coming, right? The only people that know about it is myself, Abby, my husband, Chelsea, my principal, Ash, my co-founder at Halo, and my CRT team leader at the Psych Professionals, Grace, who's in Source Health, so a lot of people know about it, and Stephanie, my accounts person. So it's 5, 6, 7 people know about it. That's my little inner circle of my management / leadership team of the companies, right, of the businesses. So it's very exciting. I will, of course, let you guys know as soon as I can what's happening there. But that's the stuff that I like to do, the stuff that gets me closer to my goal of helping more people in better ways. Yes, videos, well done, technically well done videos is going to support that, but somebody else can help me with that. So today, decide what is that thing that you can let go of. It's so important. And similarly, it's important to know what is the stuff that you are really awesome at. What's the stuff that fires you up? But sometimes there are things, right, that might not fire you up with excitement and motivation, but still needs to be done, and still needs to be done by you, because you are the best person to do it. And again, this applies, of course, to running your private practice. Now, if you are interested to know what I think that is for you, whether you are a solo practitioner, of course, that want to grow and expand and scale your practice, whether you are a group practice owner, doesn't matter how big you are, doesn't matter how long you've been around, you need to know this, because very often, especially for us group private practices that have been doing this for a long time, what happens? We get stuck in a rut. We think we know how things should be, but we've never been opened up to other possibilities, to different ways of doing it. Why? Because we work so darn hard. We just stay, focused on what happens in our practice, which means we don't look at, how's other people doing it? What else is there? What innovative ways? How can we do it differently? How can we do it more effectively? What is that stuff that I need to be focusing on? Actually, am I actually focusing on the right stuff? And if you're interested to know what that is, I will be covering all of those things in my online program that is happening. When are we kicking off? Next week, Friday, which I suspect is the 16th of August. I should probably know these dates, right? But I know it's next week, Friday, and it is Private Practice Success for allied health professionals. So as long as you have been in private practice for 6 months or more, and you have an intention to grow and expand and build your practice to maybe even a 7-figure, or what I refer to as a level 5 private practice, this is the online program for you to do. There is 6 modules. It will run over 8 weeks, I suspect. There's a live Q&A, there's a Facebook group, and there's 2 bonus trainings, which is just amazing in there. this is the one program that you need to do. If you do none of my other programs and you had to choose only one, this is the one that I want you to do. It is just, I don't know what's the word for it. It's just I don't want to use the word not foundation, fundamentals, because when I say fundamentals, people that's already in private practice goes, I know what that is. I'm sure I know what that is. It's just what I'm doing already. But no, it's not true. I can't tell you how many group private practice owners have attended these training of mine when I was running it in person. So I've taken all the in-person content, presenting it now online to make it accessible to people that also live rural and remotely. Of course, I can't tell you how many of them have come to me and said, you know what, Gerda, I've been doing this 5, 10, 15 years, and you've just opened up my eyes. You've just opened up my eyes to the possibilities, because what I have found is a lot of those group private practice owners, they've grown really well, but they hit a glass ceiling in terms of growth, and they just stuck, and they just stay like that here after here after here. Okay, and if that is you, that most certainly is a big red flag to tell you that you need to attend this training. So when I say it's like fundamental principles for a sustainable group private practice that can grow and scale, right? And take you to a place where you can be a true impact entrepreneur, where you're going to have the time and the freedom to do whatever you want, whether you want to become a speaker, whether you want to present workshops or courses, whether you want to have the time to write that darn book that you haven't written for the last 10 years that you've been planning to write. Having a group private practice that can run in your absence gives you so much freedom. That's why I've got a group private practice, for the freedom it gives me, right? I wasn't ready to retire when my practice could run in my absence, which is why I'm doing Private Practice Success, and why I'm a business coach and mentor to you guys. So gift this to yourself. You will not be sorry, and I would love to see you in the online training program. I will pop the link into the comments. If you've got any questions on it, please ask away. I'm happy to answer all of it. And remember, there is a fast action taker bonus that you can claim, but you need to go check out on the website what that is. I'm gonna love and leave you so that I can get a last couple of things done before my kiddos gets back from school. Have a fabulous day. Be sure to leave any questions below. I'll speak to you again soon, and remember, all you need to do is say yes to your very own ultimate level 5 private practice. Bye for now.